first responders should have a current copy of the Orange Emergency Response Guidebook, or ERG, and should know how to use it. For unknown materials or suspected hazmat situations, follow the directions in Guide 111 in the orange section of the ERG. Guides in the orange section of the ERG are divided into three main sections. The Potential Hazards section describes fire, explosion, and exposure hazards. The hazard with the highest potential of occurring is listed first. This section can help determine how to protect responders and exposed persons. The Public Safety section provides evacuation distances, recommended protective clothing, and respiratory protection for each hazard. The Emergency Response section outlines precautions for incidents involving fire, spill, or chemical exposure. It also provides general first aid information for use prior to advanced medical care. If the 4-digit UN ID of a container is known, consult the yellow section of the ERG. It sequentially lists the UN numbers, proper shipping name, and guide for all the common hazardous materials found in transportation. Material highlighted in green is especially hazardous. The green section of the ERG is the table of initial isolation and protective action distances. Substances are listed sequentially by their UN number. If the proper shipping name of the released material is available, refer to the blue section of the ERG. It lists the proper shipping names, recommended orange guide, and UN number of common hazardous materials. The inside cover of the ERG identifies important information required on the shipping paper. Each shipment must have a 24-hour emergency contact telephone number. This number is often for Chemtrec. Also located on the front of the ERG is the Hazard Classification System, which shows the 9 hazard classes and corresponding subdivisions. For instance, Class 1.3 refers to Class 1 explosives, which are predominantly a fire hazard. The back of the ERG has sections on protective actions, fire and spill control, terrorist, chemical, and biological agents, and a glossary. Chemtrec is a 24-hour technical information center for hazardous materials. You must provide the UN ID number or name of the material and the nature of the problem. Chemtrec can provide recommended response guidelines and material safety data sheets. It can also contact shippers, manufacturers, and chemical industry assistants. The ERG lists 3 additional 24-hour emergency response services: Chemtel Incorporated, InfoTrack, and 3E Company. It also lists the National Response Center, which must be notified when more than a certain quantity of dangerous goods and hazardous substances are released into the environment. The same section identifies contacts for emergencies involving military shipments.